if somebody gives you 100 beats for $10, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even gonna say 9 times out of 10, all of them beats, there's either gonna be something in there that says this beat is being leased, or you're not the only one using this beat. So it's not exclusive to you, and I'm still getting the publishing for that beat, and we need to work out a percentage for that beat, or if it streams over so many streams, I need to get a percentage. It's gonna be something to attach to that beat. But just even not being exclusive, this is enough to not want to get that beat. Because if you got something, you want to be the only one with it. So so all of that stuff is almost guaranteed is going to be included to somebody giving you 100 beats.
He just so basically what he's doing is he's giving you something to look at.
Yes.
Yo, Gconnet. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a king. Sit down with Gconnet, gotta think. While spitting the game with Meez, I gotta shout out today. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a king. Sit down with Gconnet, gotta think. While spitting game with the Meez, I gotta shout out today.
Hey man, it's Filthy Rich, man. Tapping in with Gconnet.
Glasses Malone, and you already know you tapping in. Gconnet.
Let's go back to the sec, tapping in with Gconnet.
What's happening, y'all? This CJ Mac coming to you live on Gconnet.
Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Razkaz. You now tuned in to Gconnet.
Yo, your boy Yuck Mouth on Gconnet.
This is your man Supervision, aka Diamond Eyes, tapping in with Gconnet.
Yo, what up? It's none other your man Richie Evans, Mr. Can't Knock the Hustle himself. And right now I'm tapping in with my homeboy Gconnet.
Rigo Bands, you're now tapped in with Gconnet.
All right. This is DJ K Style tapping in with the Gconnet. This is where different generations have real conversations. That's what's up.
What it do, folks? It's your boy G2Bs.
And Lady O.
And we are Generation Conversation Network, better known as
Gconnet.
And today we got the one and only Bay Area's finest DJ K Styles in the building. What's going on, K Styles?
Hey, what up? What's up with it, man? Good to see y'all bright and early on a Sunday morning. How we do it?
Oh, this early for you? This early
yeah,
for you?
early for me.
Oh yeah, you know, producers be up in the wee hour, the vampire hour. So yeah, this early.
Yeah, after a late night last night, yes, this is early.
That's probably when you get your best work done late night.
Hey, long as you woke up this morning, that's the best part about it.
Absolutely. Right.
For the people that don't know, where was you born, bro?
Man, I was born here in the Bay Area, Richmond, California. Born and raised, 19 womp.
That's right.
No, I'm proud of my age. I'm gonna put it out there. 1970s when I was born. So yes, I'm up there.
You with some other 70 babies? Don't worry.
Yes.
I'm guilty.
Well, that's all right. We looking good for that age.
Yes, sir. Make it all the way to gray, man. Make it all the way to gray. You feel me?
And then, what schools did you attend when you were growing up in Richmond?
Well, I mean, elementary, I went to Montalvan Elementary School. Then DeAnza High School was a high school I went to. I went a little bit to Richmond High, but then I had to go to DeAnza, so that's where I ended up. That's where I graduated from in 1988. And that was the whole school. Then I did some college, but in the high school, I was into the music thing. So, it was just that battle of doing a school. But I knew my parents weren't going to let me not graduate and do that. So I had to do that. But I was also, I started DJing in 1984.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So it was, I was coming out of junior high school, and yes, I was DJing at the club.
Okay.
Sneaking through the back.
So
exactly. You have to be.
So that's where the name DJ K Styles came from?
That's where, well, I mean, it's kind of a long story on that, but I had a couple of different names. I think I started with Corporate Cut. I don't even know who gave me that name.
Corporate
and
Cut.
then I was DJing a party, and I was 18, DJing a party, And it was like just a mixture of folks there, just black folks, white folks, and it was like, man, you got to play some of that Duran Duran and get some of that, all that stuff. So I just mixed it all in. And he's like, well, you got all the different styles. Boy, we need to call you DJ. I was like, that's it, DJ K Style. And that's where it's stuck.
Okay.
Yes.
And then what was it like growing up in Richmond back then?
Then it was, we had the crack stuff was coming in, people were selling it, and I saw a lot of that stuff kind of come into play. I mean, a lot of my friends I was going to school with, they either went to the music side or they went to the drug side.
Right.
And it was tempting because I'm seeing they coming up with these cars, trucks, having money, and I'm like, whoa, I want that too. Mm-hmm. But I had a manager back then that had me into the clubs that had me DJing. So I think if it wasn't for him, I probably would have ended up there too. Oh. But he was like, no, you need to come over here and practice. No, we got a party next week. We need to go do that. And so that's kind of where my time ended up going to. So but just that struggle of just seeing them out there. I mean, it was hard. I promise you, it was hard. Mm-hmm. And not having no money and just seeing them pulling out wads of cash, they beepers going off, and I'm like, ugh. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just seeing all that stuff go down, I mean, it was a trip because just to see where those people's at today, it was just, I'm like, woo.
Man, I dodged that one.
Dodged that bullet.
What music did you grow up listening to in your household?
We was the church, definitely a church family. I mean, I'm a PK for real. So, we was church on Sunday, church on Saturday, church every day. So, it was all about the church records going on inside the house. So, we were doing some secular music. We had to sneak that in there. And yeah, so that was the most part. Even though Pops had some Motown records over there that, he would like, when my mom's wasn't looking, he would be like, this is Temptations right quick. We would throw that in. But I mean, but the household was cool. I can't complain. We didn't have everything, but, we was cool. And then with the music, we was just a family that was into music. And, I'm actually a drummer by trade. I started playing drums when I was 8. So, that's kind of where my musician stuff started. Was that, and then my pops was a bass player, my brother was a guitar player, my other brother was a keyboard player. So, so we was playing church music.
Right.
Okay, so you come from a family of musicians.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And then I think I heard you mention too, because back then they did have music in school. So
yeah,
you got exposed to a lot of different instruments in school.
Yes. Well, I did. I mean, I kind of stuck with the drums. I mean, I just felt like I needed to be a drummer. I just liked it.
Right.
So, my pops got me a drum set. I mean, I think I was 10 when I had a full drum set. So in maybe the 5th grade, I was playing for the school there. Then went in the 6th grade and played for the school there. And then I was like, maybe I want to play some sports too. So I started playing basketball.
Okay.
But still, I drummed until I was probably 17.
Okay. So it was in you.
Okay.
Yeah. What music do you listen to today?
That's a good question. I listen to a little bit of everything. I try to, because it seems like I'm always listening to something that I'm working on. So I try to get kind of break away and let me listen to something else, fresh my ears. And when I do that, I'm listening to like some, I'm kind of all over the place. If I'm just more on the mellow tip, I'm listening to some Stokely or something, or some jazz or something like that. Just to give my ears a break and to kind of come back to reality for a minute.
Exactly.
So so I'm listening to that, or if I'm trying to get into the space or hip hop space, then I'm listening to all my hip hop heads, just trying to get me in that space. I'm putting some like Snoop Dogg stuff about to come out. I'm trying to jump. I'm listening to some of that. So I'm so I'm just trying to see what's everybody's doing, and. So so I'm just listening to everything, and it's kind of like weird because I'm trying to get, am I just listening because I just want to listen, or I'm listening because I'm trying to hear what everybody's doing, or I'm listening to what did he do with that kick, and it's like I try to get away from that, and then let me just listen just to be listening.
Yeah, just want to listen to something good.
Yeah,
don't really care about getting nothing out of it. Just listen.
Yeah, exactly.
What do most people misunderstand about DJ K Style?
I think they don't. I don't think they take me as seriously as they should. Because because I've always been, I'm known more for a DJ than a producer. So they know I can go DJ and I can get down. But as far as much stuff as I do or that I can do, I don't think they take me that seriously. Like, I don't know if he can go and really do all of that. And so, I think when I go do it, then it's like, damn, I didn't know it's gonna come like that. So I think that's probably one of the most things I see.
Right. And then speaking on that, when did you start I guess you probably started first because like you said, with the DJing, because that's what you're known for.
Right.
Did you start that like early on in high school and stuff like that and continue it? And then when did it change over to producing?
Well, I started it I started it seriously, like probably in the 9th grade, where I was like, this is really what I want to do. Is I like to DJ, and even though I was still playing the drums, I had to play drums for the church.
Right.
So, but I was wanting to get more into the DJing. So, I was introduced to this guy named Tony Sparks here in the Bay Area, and he was a few years older than us. So he was going into college, and so he had the credit cards. He was able to buy the equipment and stuff. So, but he couldn't DJ. Right. So he met me, and I could DJ because I was kind of on top of myself, just listening on the radio. And so he was like, why don't you come and let me hear what you can do. So I showed him what I can do so far. And his roommate was a man named I'm trying to think of his name right now, but he was into the DJing stuff too, and was trying to get onto the radio. And then he was started real tight with Cameron Paul, which is a DJ here. So that's how I was able to meet Cameron Paul. And so he kind of taught me, just where I was lacking at. And from there, I'm kind of rambling on. I kind of forgot what your question was. But
no, it was. And then when did you start moving from DJing into producing?
Right. So going into there, when I was in high school, probably in the 11th grade, then I met a guy named Eric Freeman, and he was like, he was a rapper and, wanted to do some music. So we connected. So I'll be the DJ. And so we was trying to make some music and stuff. And I always had ideas of music, just being a drummer and stuff. And it's like, if I ever got a chance to put some stuff down. So that's when I started producing, we started making music together, and that's where the producing came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first song?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you said like it was horrible to you today.
I do. It was we made this song because it was this I hate even telling the story, but it was the first song we did, and it was this girl at the high school, and her name was Brenda, and she was kind of a fast girl around there, and so my boy was trying to connect with her, and she kind of just didn't give him no play or nothing, so he was like, oh, we got to make a song about her. So that was the first song that we actually made, and he basically rapped about her. I did the beat. And I had sampled that old that LL Cool J that I Need a Beat, so it was just that beat on there, and I played, just tried to do my best I could, just trying to play a bass line and trying to make a song. And that song went around the school like we were selling tapes and tapes and tapes and tapes on that song called Brenda. Right?
Did he ever link up with Brenda?
You know what? After that, she wanted to, but he's just like, nah.
I'm good, man.
Hey, by then, let's say by then, Tupac wrote a song about her, huh?
Brenda had a baby.
Yeah, see this?
Yeah, after your man's kicked it off, then Pac had a few words to say about her, huh?
By then, she had a baby, huh?
Right.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Shout out
right,
to Brenda, wherever you are.
And what's crazy is that, now we knew this stuff was getting around because Tupac was around in the area that time too with them, with Money B and all them. And we was like, all of a sudden they came up with that song called Brenda Had a Baby. And we was like, huh?
I wonder where that came from.
Is it the
So
same?
I'm like,
Brenda?
I don't have no proof of that. So I'm not gonna put nothing out there. But it was just that time. It was a little suspect.
Right. Ideas get crossed and snatched. Sample.
It's one of them things where you sit back, like, you can't be the only one to be thinking about certain stuff. But then it just was random and out the blue. You be like, wait a minute. Like, I know mine was kind of random and out the blue, but dang, you was thinking of the same concept. What's going on? So
and I'm telling you, them tapes was everywhere. So
yeah, by then, whoever was rapping, he's like, I got all the girls. I don't need Brenda no more. Shoot. Brenda
You had your shot, Brenda. Your time ran out. You missed the boat.
But okay. And then out of all the projects you've done, or that you've worked on, what would you say is one of your most, I guess, the one you're most proud of?
Probably it would be one that I did with JD from Lynch Mob. And actually that one I didn't even send you. But that's one, we did a song called Political Pressure. And that one, I mean, we just got just the folks that were involved with it. We got working all in the same game, which they're trying to bring that back up right now also. But, I just wanted to involve them. We did the video for it and just talking about this stuff that's going on today, like just with the politically, not just political, but, just the shooting and, what these kids is doing, just all that stuff. We just wanted to just bring that to the front and, just make people aware that, this is kind of crazy.
Right.
So that one is probably one of the ones I'm most proud of, but it's this one it's probably gotten the least attention. Because folks just don't. They looking at other stuff. They want to see the booty shaking and all that stuff, and which we can do all that. But it's like we trying to kind of drop some knowledge. Is this is
like it's one of the things where it's like it's a time to party and it's
right.
serious. We need to be able to kind of maneuver through all of that. Like, okay,
exactly.
let me hear what's really going on, and now let me go over here and party.
Right.
With that being said, the last project you just released with that recreated, or I forgot the word that you used, that the cover is a cover song.
Oh, so the one we're talking about now. Yeah. So that one is they call it what's the word? Interpolation. Which is like, so it's basically I remade it. So and people listen to it and be like, oh, you sampled that track. And I'm like, no, it's not a sample. I replayed everything. So it's I replayed it and I was trying to I was like, let me make it a little bit different, do something else to it, but just everything that I did, I don't want to take away from it, right. Because I think the track is bad, and I want to give, my touch to it. And and for the track, I'm a Nate Dogg person. And so I want to give something to him. So I'm like, if I ever got the chance to redo it, I would do that song and just bring it to 2024. So this it's a interpolation of the track.
Okay.
And I had to get the rights done and do the get the license on it.
Well,
do all the right things.
So you know how to do it the right way. So ain't nobody gonna sue you later talking about you ain't slick. You done use my idea because it's still an idea, even if you recreating it or your rendition of it is still their original idea. So Right.
Yeah, I had to go down the right way. Cause I'm like, I don't want to do because I would hate somebody to do that to me. So it's like, let me do the right way.
A baby.
Right.
And you learn from past situations, dot them I's and cross them T's in advance. That way you ain't got to assume later on. I know. Yeah.
I know what I did was the right way to do it. I talked to them and everything, they lawyers and all that. So don't come tripping now.
Right.
That's a nice coverage or however, whatever the word is. It sounds damn near as good as it sounds damn near better than the original.
I guess we could call it somewhat to make it easier, recreation.
Yeah, we can call it that. It's a recreation, replay. But yeah, and I appreciate that. mean, I said if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it justice and just, bring it up to date, make it 2024. So that's what I had to do.
You accomplished that. So
just for the record, I did something similar to that, and it just never bit me in the behind yet. I say yet. I'm gonna say yet because it's still a possibility. Somebody it can go in the right ear. Somebody can hear it and will come back at me with some money. Then we're going to figure out how to get it clear because I did a coverage of "Mercy Me" by Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye. Okay.
Yeah, and that's back in the early 2000s. I said the early 2000s. So we was just getting into social media. You know what I'm saying? It was.
You got to think about it too. They only coming after people once that money start rolling.
When it blow up.
When that money start rolling, then they looking at you sideways like, hold up, I didn't give you permission to use that. And how much you said you just made out of that and went viral? Okay.
I want all that. I want all that. They don't want a piece of it. They don't want to know.
Yeah. I gotta make a diamond. You might get a penny off of it, but
right.
So I already know that if it happens, I already know just use it as a way because I ain't gonna. It ain't financial. It ain't gonna benefit me.
No. Right.
I'm glad you know this. Took you long enough. No.
Oh wow, damn, lady. Okay. Damn. Okay.
We know you was like that song he just said, where his friend did the song and then he was like, oh, I don't need none of that. That's you was almost famous.
I was almost see, that's where I get it from. You see, I was almost. I just gave up too soon. I'm gonna say
you was about to tell me it's too late. You missed your shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, see, you jumped on you jumped on at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
I knew what the contracts looked like.
Yeah, you jumped on in the beginning before the contract even started coming. You seen the shit. You know what I'm saying? You was like Ice Cube's wife.
Well, I was all in the business. But yeah, so okay, we're gonna keep it going because me and Meez can go back and forth. Can you name 3 people who have been most influential in your life, whether it's business or personal?
3 people. God, I mean, I can think of a whole lot.
Right. So you can split it up. I mean, the ones that come top of mind, I mean, because I know we all, once we get to a certain age, we came across a lot of people who have helped us, and been, beneficial.
Name them all.
Right. But we'll go with family wise or personal. So
okay. Well, I'll say, I mean, probably top of the list. So I got a name first would be my wife.
Okay.
And she's she's in my corner, and and she's got a musical background with her also. So I mean, not that she knows the business, but she understands it, and so she's just always looking out for me on my moves. So and then everything she can tell me, she'll tell me. So so that would probably be top of the list. Another one would be and actually one of the first artists that I was working with is Eddie G. And he's the front guy for the Lakeside.
Oh, okay.
And so he's been around, he's been in the business forever. So he's one that I can go to and be like, man, this is what's going on, what you think, and he's gonna give me the whatever I need to hear about it. He's gonna tell me whether I want to hear it or not. It's good or no, don't do that, or I wouldn't touch that. Yeah. Yeah, and I can trust that, he's not gonna bend his, what he's got to say. And a third, who else I put on that list? I would say got me looking on my wall now with all
right. Like you said, it'd be so many, and then you try to see which one. So I mean, if you think of somebody else, we can come back to it. But
I got another one for you. What are some of the resources that have helped you out along the way?
That's a good one because I've had a few that's made a difference. Like my brother-in-law, he's a concert promoter, So you know, he books me on a lot of his shows, either to come DJ or to either help him push or just to show up or whatever we can do together to make business happen. And so which has always put me kind of in the circle of what's going on, or you know, kind of rubbing elbows with these other folks, either artists or people that are back there. And that to me is like tremendous, because it's one of these things where it's like, you know, it's about who you know. And you know, because you talk to people, you get to know them, and it's like, oh, you do this, or I do that, you do that too, you know, and it's like that's how it grows. So I mean, without that, you know, I would be, you know, just trying to do it. So that is would probably be one of the biggest resources I can say would be that, and then just other folks who I've met in the business that, you know, aren't I would say are afraid to go and, you know, just let me either give me information or give me contacts. And I'll say another one would be Larry Batiste. And he's a one of the directors at the Grammys. And he's been a great resource also, because he's one that's like, you know, if there's anything he can share with me, he's going to share it. So, you know, and that's one of the things I find is people aren't really trying to share their contacts or share any knowledge or anything like that. They're like, you know, they want you to go through what they went through. So it's like, you know, you're not getting nothing from me. So those two will probably be some of my biggest resources in making things happen.
For sure. And I just want to touch a little bit on what you just said about they want you to go through what they went through, or they want to charge you or arm and a leg so they can teach you. But I don't think nobody can really teach you experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when people saying like, I could tell you this, I could tell you that, but it might not be the same. And the business change. So what you probably went through in the 80s is not happening.
It's a whole different thing.
It's a little different to maneuver because you have a lot of people just saturating the industry, and it's a lot of people out there who can promote themselves. They don't need nobody else. So it's a little different. So
exactly.
Can you tell us something interesting about you that most people don't know?
If I told you that, then everybody would know.
Well, that you don't mind people knowing, because you be like, if they only knew.
It ain't exotic if everybody got it.
Country, if they only knew I like country music, or if they only knew I like kayaking, they probably look at me differently. But that's what I do on my off time. No.
Right. I'm probably I would say I'm more quiet, because when I mean, then if you knew me, you would know, okay, I'm kind of quiet. But you know, when you see these video stuff that we posted and stuff, and you see me busting through the door, and it's like, you know, that's not really me. So I'm more of a quiet person, and you know, I'm more to myself, and you know, my circle is small, and so that's probably something that people don't really know.
Right.
Okay. What's one thing you wish you knew when you begin your career?
I wish I knew that how to deal with people, how to weed out the people that are real and the people that are fake, and how to like because when you meet folks, you know, because I'm just wanting, I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm gonna, you know, I'm taking you on your word, and then you find out, oh damn, okay, I had to waste my time over there. And you know, and I don't even know if it's even possible, you know, and I think maybe just doing that is a learning curve in life, to go through life, and you know, you meet these people that are, you know, okay, now I know what that type of person is. But I mean, there's a lot of people I wish I could take back, you know, and if there was a way that I could have done that, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Because you like, shoot, I just wasted my time over here.
Yeah. And a lot of instances, even money.
Right.
Yeah,
and
time is money.
Right. And I think we neglect understanding that actions speak louder than words. Because all the time that people in the industry would be like, yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and we're gonna hook up next week and get at this person, and next thing you know, you going in circles. Like, okay, you could have just said no, or you could have just said, you know, hey, give me your info, and if I had time, I'll reach out.
Right, right, exactly.
You got me chasing my own tail for months on end, and I could have been over here doing some business with these other people, so definitely one of them situations where it's like, that's if we all had the power to see when people was BSing with what they said in the moment, you would be like,
right.
I
already know.
And then what is one of your biggest mistakes, and what have you learned from it?
I would say, kind of going down that same road is getting into a deal with someone. I don't want to mention any names, but getting into a deal with an individual where we were supposed to share the profit or share all the costs, and and then my part's going in and their part is not. And when it was all said and done, after going through that whole ordeal, that person is, that's what they do all the time. Is
find out.
Yeah, yes, right. And so that would, it just, took a lot of resources, had me in where I'm telling people, we about to do this, and then the money never come, and it all comes down on me. Where I have to rebuild my relationship and rebuild, okay, now that really wasn't me, so, and that was a huge one in this whole, my whole thing here.
Dealing with people, for sure, because that puts you in, like you said, those bad situations. With now you got people that trusted you, looking at you sideways and don't want to work with you, and like, listen, like, it really was not me. Like, this was the person telling me they had they in, and here it goes. It wasn't tied together. So
exactly. Yeah, so that's be one that I regret. And and now I got a pretty good circle of folks that when I call them, let's go. And now that's where I've always wanted to be. I'll pay you whatever it is. Just but just when it gets to where I can't do that, and it's okay, they ain't calling me back. This okay, whatever. Throw my stuff to the side. It's like right.
Being that this is the beginning of the year, we'll still say, and you've been around the game, the music business for a while, you care to speak on the changes that you witnessed since you become part of the music industry?
I just see, like, just with, especially with this, the hip hop music, the changes that I see is, the music for one itself, but the, I have to call them artists because that's what they are, but the hip hop artists that are doing it, where their mindsets are, is not, I don't see, I don't see the business there. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess I'll do it, I guess I'll do it tomorrow. I just don't see the urgency, or, let's put a plan together, let's do this. It's like, let's do it. We on Instagram all day. It's, this is that I see. That is, I'm in, I don't even know how it works, but it's like, that's what's hitting, and it's like, it is working.
Right.
But, and it's like, they don't have to go and get business minded, and I guess at some point in there, if they're, really trying to make some money, some business got to come in somewhere.
Right.
But, it's not like, you just have to be like that. You can go out, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'm smoking this weed right now. And, and it's, and then you're good. You streaming millions of streams, and, and that's acceptable.
Right.
And that I'm trying to wrap my arms around that, and trying to deal with it. Just, okay, this is the way it is.
Right.
But, right.
But I think who was that? Was that Disco? Who was telling us, like, it's different now too for producers. Usually you in the studio working with artists.
Yeah.
A lot of times they have where they just send them the track. So now you have no real control over, okay, do this over or say this like this. And working with somebody else off of your beat. And it's like, you don't build that rapport with the artist.
Yeah.
Like it used to be back in the days, you would see everybody in the studio vibing and the producer is there and he's telling him like, hey, do this and do that. And now it's like they get the beat and they just like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do with it, you know?
It's exactly, you know, and they don't take it like, you know, it is the beats just come a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So because, you know, everybody producing beats, you know, making the beats in a room or wherever, or they making their own beats, you know, because I had a cat told me that, you know, I just got, somebody just sold me 100 beats on a flash drive for $20. And I'm like, you know, what them beats sound like?
Right.
You know, and so it's like, you know, why I need to pay the money for your beat when, you know, I got 50 beats right here. This, you know, so I mean that, you know, just makes the worth of it, you know, not what it used to be. Yeah. And then, you know, if I go and send somebody a beat, you know, it's not, because it used to be like, here, send them the beat, here the beat. Okay. You know, it ain't no, what else you got? Let me hear 10 beats, you know, here's the beat. Okay, they write into that beat, and that's that. You know, it's like, you know, yeah, well, that beat ain't hard enough. Let me hear something else, you know, and it's like, you know, I guess I'll do beat number 7. And, you know, so that's, you know, this is a huge difference. Yeah.
When it comes to those beats, just for the fans or for the up and coming artists, as a producer, what is your take on somebody selling someone allegedly 100 beats for whatever amount? What are their pros and cons to saying, okay, I just bought these beats from him? They're not aware of the fine print. Is there some type of fine print to those 100 beats that they don't realize in the beginning?
In most cases, it is, because, you know, if somebody gives you 100 beats for $10, 9 times out of 10, I'm not even gonna say 9 times out of 10, all of them beats, there's either gonna be something in there that says this beat is being leased, or you're not the only one using this beat. So it's not exclusive to you, and I'm still getting the publishing for that beat, and I'm, you know, we need to work out a percentage for that beat, or if it streams over so many streams, I need to get a percentage. It's gonna be something to attach to that beat. But just even not being exclusive, this is enough to not want to get that beat. Because if you got something, you want to be the only one with it. So I mean, so all of that stuff is almost guaranteed is going to be included to somebody giving you 100 beats.
He just so basically what he's doing is he's giving you something to look at.
Yes.
Like it, then once you like it, you got to compete with who else liked it.
Right.
Or you gotta have enough sense to come back in business mind to say, hey, so what is it gonna take to make this beat exclusively mine?
Right.
Do that by that time. Can't do that by that time. Am I right?
Well, I mean, you can, because if the other person ain't exclusively made it for them, now you can sue them if it take off and they using the beat.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Because now it's mine.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's that point in time where I done gave you that many beats at one time, best believe you're not the only person that's not gave that beat to.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I understand that, but if I'm the only person that came back and said I wanted to exclusively be mine, regardless of who you gave it to, now I get a percentage, would be my understanding, because now I'm signing a contract that you can't use my beat, even though you got it too.
Yeah, but the only thing with doing that, because let's say if he came to you first and said, I got 100 beats, and you pay for 100 beats, and then you like beat number 5 and you use it, and then my man say, oh, here go 100 beats, and he like number 5 too, and he say, okay, I want to use it, but I want to take an exclusive, but it's too late because you already took number 5. So either if he said if he came honest and said, well, somebody already using number 5, so it can't be exclusive, or he gonna be dishonest and say, okay, you know, it's gonna be $1,500 or $2,000 for that exclusive.
Exclusive.
Right. Even though you already doing number 5 or not, you about to release it.
Right.
So it's, you know, then it can get just sloppy.
Super messy.
Yeah.
Either way.
That's the pros and cons for y'all listeners of exclusively dealing with a producer directly.
Yeah.
Besides taking some possibility tracks that's out there for anybody.
Yeah, because anybody that I deal with, you know, I mean, I'm sending them a couple of tracks. I mean, perfect example, because I'm working with the Barcades right now. And so they're working on a new track. So I had sent them, and I sent them a couple of tracks. I think I sent them like 5 tracks. And one of the tracks I sent him, I had already sent to Tony Terry. So, right. So I had said, well, you know, I'm not, you know, gonna just be like that. So, you know, I'm like, well, that one is, you know, I sent it to you. I shouldn't have sent it to you because I already sent it to him and he about to use it. So, but that's just me. That's how I would approach it. But, you know, I mean, but, you know, a lot of these folks that's doing that, you know, I don't know how their business is or how they operate, but, you know, it probably is not going to be. Yes.
You need to do it the right way.
Yeah, the foul way about them doing it that way, I feel like they would be doing that to see who's gonna get hotter. Whoever gonna get it hotter can have it.
Right.
You still got to go through me, but whichever one of y'all, I gave it to you and I gave it to you. Both of y'all liking this one. Okay, if I don't tell you he got it and I don't tell him he got it, let's see who's gonna make it hotter. Then I'll just bust the other one bubble.
Right. You know, and then most likely that's probably how they thinking. You know, when you got that whole idea of, you know, here go a bunch of beats, you know, that's the whole thought process.
Yeah, that's the whole thought process. I mean, we could talk about this forever because I'm sure this get real messy. It sounds messy already.
No, I'm enjoying the conversation because
I am too.
It's things that I went through in my life, and at an early point, I didn't have this conversation with the people I was getting beats from. I didn't have it. Oh, here's this, here's that, you know, or those were the times that after this was growing out of sitting in the studio, because a lot of people today don't know what it was like when you used to really have to pay a certain amount for a certain amount of time, and you go to the studio from that time and you sit there and throw that beat on, and that's when you start composing, not hey, can you add this? Can you tweak that sound? Can you twist this? Because I wanted to bank off this verse or this punchline right here. I want the beat to drop right here. Can you know, you can't do that if you just got a beat.
Right. So, that's a huge difference. I mean, because that's the thing when you working straight with me, you know, I mean, it's like, I mean, I like the beat, you know, but can you, just like you just said, you know, at this point, can you drop this? At this point, can you add this? You know, then I can critique it, you know, to make it fit you. And, you know, so that's, you know, I mean, like you say, you just don't get that. You just got these beats.
How do you? Okay, go ahead, Lady O.
I think it was on me, Meez, but
it's all you, Lady O. It's all you.
Knowing what you know today, after all of that we just talked about, what advice would you give somebody that's looking to get into the business today?
Make sure your business is straight. And have a plan. Have a plan. Those would probably be the 2 biggest things. You know, you got all the talent, you got all your raps or your beats, whatever it is you're doing. But, you know, I say have a plan and make sure your business is straight. That would be my biggest advice.
Along with all other stuff we just talked about too. No.
Yes, along with all that. And then if you're looking for some straight hard beats, reach out to your boys.
Yes, sir. How do you feel about the violence that's plaguing this younger generation of hip hop today?
You said the violence?
Yeah.
I think it's I don't think it makes any sense. I don't understand it. And I don't, you know, I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on it but I just don't understand, and I hate to see it. I hate to see the especially these youngsters, just going to, instead of using your fists, they just straight to take out somebody's life, and I just don't understand where that thinking comes from. And I had thought about, I was like, maybe because this generation is, they were kind of brought up on, from us sending them into the room to go play Xbox while they shot up everybody. And it's like, okay, well, we want to go do that for real. I mean, but I don't know. It's just, you know, how can you not just take life just like I'm just gonna take his life and, you know, keep on going.
It is what it is.
Then, you know, and you know you're gonna go, if you get caught, you're going to jail and all that, but you know, to still go do it.
Right.
And that I just don't get it.
You didn't just take his life, you took your life too. Now.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then not be able to think that far ahead.
And that affects everybody in your family and his family or her family. So yes, you hit more than one person. Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy. And then what motivates you to get up and get your day started?
For me, it's I mean, I'm just music is all day long. So, and you know, and for me, you know, my studio was here in my house.
Okay.
So, you know, it was just, you know, I wake up, you know, and I know my wife is like, oh my God, I'll get up, you know, 3 in the morning and be like, I need to go lay this down. Like, what the hell are you doing? And, you know, I'm laying it down. So it's, you know, so just, and then first thing, I just got projects that I'm working on. So for me, it's like, I need to finish up this project. I need to finish this project. So that's going to have me get up and, you know, go get to it.
Yeah. Makes sense. That's why it was early for you. I get it.
Yes. Yeah, this is I DJ last night. So, you know.
Who's been one of your biggest mentors or role models over the course of your career?
Probably you know who I would say, like, who will probably be like one of the biggest role models. You know, and this is because I like the work ethic, and I like the you know, just how he approaches everything. Would be is Michael Cooper, which is from Confunction. And you know, and I've, you know, just working with him, and you know, and I've done some music with him, and you know, and it just his work ethic and how he's, you know, moved along, and just, you know, that's just been a big role model to me. I'm like, you know, if I was gonna, you know, approach it, you know, I'm gonna do it like that, and you know, that's, you know, I want to just see it that way. And
man, I didn't know if you've seen that new technology take place right there. That AI just put that thumbs up in your. It's that thing on it's like you do a certain hand gesture, and on your
I didn't see that.
it automatically recognizes it, and it do something weird with it. I was like, you didn't even notice it. But it's fine.
While I was talking?
Yeah. I was like, what the heck?
It was something in the nature of something
like thumbs up or something.
Yeah, like that. So something you did, because it was on your camera. So it was something that the AI just.
Because are you on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's built into the iPhones, I think, where. Yeah.
I guess I must have been speaking some truth or something.
Hey, right. It was like thumbs
even the AI gave you the thumbs up.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm popping in this conversation.
All right, let's talk about projects. I got a couple projects I want to talk to you about. What was the process of you making that Bay Area, My City project?
So that one was actually because I did the My City originally with JD from Lynch Mob. I don't know if y'all familiar with him.
Yes.
So originally it was so I did that track with him, and that was the first track that him and I did together. And so that one we released it, just kind of threw it out there, and the responses that I was getting from it was that, you know, I mean, this y'all need to do like a city type of thing, like so people can kind of shoot out their cities. So so I said, okay. So let me try to focus on the Bay Area. So I said, I'm gonna do a My City remix with the Bay Area. So so I said I was still gonna put JD on it, but I got Mr. Fab, if you're familiar with him, and Black C from RBL Posse. Was it with him yesterday for the 420 stuff. And so we did so got them on there, and so we did the My City remix, and so kind of focused on the Bay Area with that. Filmed the video, threw it out there, and that one just started blowing here in the Bay Area. I mean, this was like a Bay anthem where everybody was repping it, and it's still going today. So it's yeah.
Okay. What was the process of making It's Been a Long Time?
So that one is so that's one that I did with Eddie G. And like I said, we had did a few songs together before that, and then we did the Oh No, which was that one lasted for a long time. And then just like on the independent, all the internet radios, and and I was just trying to push it to the FM stations, and that was just a struggle, with just doing that political stuff.
Right.
But it was blowing there to where I was able to get it nominated for the Grammy.
Okay.
So we did that, and then so I said I want to get something coming off the back of that. So my boy introduced me to Corrupt, and he said, he wants to get on one of your tracks, and he likes your man, and let's do something. So that's how I came up with the song "Been a Long Time." Sent him, so I sent Eddie the beat. He was like, "Yeah, I'm loving it. I want to put some guitar in there." We put some guitar in, made it happen. Then I sent it to Corrupt. And so and I don't know if you've ever dealt with Corrupt or talked to him, but he's funny. I just listen to him talk, he just cracks me up. But I sent it to him, and so he says, I just tell the story, but he said, if I like it, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get toe up, and I'm gonna put something on there. He said, if I don't like it, I ain't doing nothing, and I'm still gonna get toe up. I said, okay. Right.
Sound like Corrupt. That sound like Corrupt.
So I said, okay. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. And I think the next day, I said, I ain't heard back, what's up. And then I get an email. And I check my email, and it come from him. He got it's the song with his verse on it.
He was ready. He liked it.
Yeah. And he got toe up. He got toe up and tow your track.
Yeah. Right. Oh, they're about to tear this track up. Watch.
And the last single you just put out, that's your latest baby right there.
Yeah. So that's How You Feel. So that's what we just dropped a couple of weeks ago. The video just dropped last week. And that one has got Stunner Man. I don't know if y'all heard that name. He's here in the Bay. Ice Meez and Jackson Stone and myself. And so that one is and it just went going off the Stunner Man, because he's blowing up right now here in the Bay also.
Okay.
So with him, and I kind of the same story with him, because I did the track, and it was just the music for a while. I mean, I was even playing just the track in the club, just mixing it with the original, Ain't No Fun. And I was like, I've got to do something with it. And so my wife was like, you need to see if you can put Stunner Man on there.
Right.
So reached out to him. He said, let me come to the house. He came by the house, came into the studio. He listened to it, and he came up just rapped it right then and there.
Right then and there.
Yeah. So then I put the other cats on it, Ice Meez, Jackson Stone, which I know him, and there was a song. And then another thing about this song is, because it's out now on the EP, so there's a couple different versions of it. And so with this, I said, I still want to do something for Nate Dogg. I want to, just do a tribute for Nate Dogg. So there's another version on it called Fun. Okay. And so I had this cat named Fam Cirque, and he sings kind of like how Nate Dogg does.
Oh, okay.
So he's singing on there. Then I had Mr. Fab lay the verse on there. And so that's on there also. So that one is called Fun. Okay. And so that one is another party one too.
Another party one.
Yeah.
And when you gonna release that one?
Yeah, it's out. It's out. So if you look on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you listen, you'll see it's an EP. So it's got the difference. So it's got that track, the How You Feel track, and it's got the track called Fun.
And is this gonna come up under your name?
Yeah, so it'll come up under DJ K Style.
Okay. All right. So now if it's to switch it up a little bit, what's your favorite movie?
Probably my favorite movie of all times is Well, you know, it's well. Actually, I got a couple of. I'm trying to decide
Which one
between.
you want to go with?
No, but I mean, Harlem Nights is one.
Shot me in my pinky toe.
That little ass shit.
Exactly. You know what? I would probably put that one on top of the list because every time that come on, you know, I'm watching.
You're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
like you ain't never seen it.
Right. Long as you don't end up making that phone call, we all right.
Right.
Put your mama on the phone. I ain't never coming home.
I ain't never coming home.
Right.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite TV series and why?
The ML what's it called? Mafia Family. I can't think of the name right now.
BMF?
BMF, yes. Yes. BMF. I'm hooked.
Give us an old TV show.
Old TV show
series
that I still watch now?
That you can watch now.
Good Times.
Yeah, we love them.
Yes.
Always good. Always
had a good little story.
Yeah, you see JJ and me.
JJ.
Yeah, look at old Janet.
Janet.
Young
Penny,
Janet.
what are they? Penny in there?
Penny, yeah.
Yeah, Mama burnt it with the iron.
Penny turned into $1 million.
Right. Did we ever figure out how they slept in that apartment? Because wasn't it a 1-bedroom?
It was, I don't know. That's always a good question. They always go into the back of that room and
that one room. It was always just that one room, but they never showed how they slept. I think JJ was on the couch.
Because JJ and Michael slept on the couch.
Yeah.
And
where did the sister Thelma sleep?
Yeah, and then Thelma slept in the other room.
And where did the parents sleep?
Because
it was only one
in the other room.
The upper room.
Now I gotta go look again because I'm like, I swear they had a 1-bedroom, and I don't remember. I know, like you said, I remember an episode or something where JJ and Michael was on the couch, but I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, where was everybody else sleeping? Like, what in the world? Okay.
Damn. Could you imagine growing up on a couch?
Sleeping with your
JJ wasn't little. So
man.
But okay. So what was your favorite drink? Or what is your favorite drink?
Drink like club drink? Yeah. I've been just stuck on the Long Island for a while.
Long Island.
Yeah. Top shelf Long Island.
You say top shelf Long Island ice. No taco vodka. No taco.
No.
Then I'm good for the night.
We'll sneak up on you, so you need some top shelf in them. Because
because that other bar stuff they put in there, I'm like, no, I ain't having no headaches and
none of that.
I get one of those, I'm good for the night.
Being it with your musical history, this one gonna be a good one. What's your favorite album of all times and why?
Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, the production on there is before its time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you ever listen to it today, you hear the production on there. I mean, just the way they mix that stuff with them songs, what them sounds sounded like. I mean, where his vocals, how his vocals were recorded, all that stuff. I mean, I referenced that stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be the best one. And I just haven't heard, I mean, there's a lot of people that are, they can do some good recordings and stuff. But, I mean, just to hear that original beefness and, just how they did that, I mean, it's classic.
Yeah. Let you know they was in the studio for sure.
Yes.
With no mail-in beat.
Right.
Virtual sessions. They be doing virtual sessions now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And are you an animal person?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, I've never really. I mean, not in my adult years. I haven't really owned like a dog or a cat or anything like that. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, we can skip that one. I don't like it.
Animal hater. Anyway. But she got my dog ass. Now let me stop.
What happened there? I don't know.
Hey, your top 5 comedians in any order.
Top 5 comedians. Let's say Fred. I mean, I want to call him. He's saying Fred Sanford.
Fred Fox.
That's what we know them. But
I know.
Right, Red Fox.
Red Fox. Right. Eddie Murphy. Who else? Cat Williams. I like him. Kevin Hart. I mean, and to me, he'll probably be at the bottom of the list, though. What's called Kings and Comedy. Cedric Entertainment.
Okay. Top 5 singers in any order.
Oh, top 5 singers. It would be Stokely. I mean, I'm a Stokely fan, so you know, he just sing his ass off. So Stokely, Whitney Houston. I mean, still on the list.
So let's make it a little easier. Who would you go listen to today?
Like concert.
I mean, like, yeah, if they had a concert, you would be there.
Right.
That's a singer.
Right. You know, I guess because they put on a good show would be like the OJs. I mean, because I'm also an old school person too. So,
Yeah.
you know, I can see some old school folks.
So we can go with groups of singers or individual singers. So you already got Stokely and you got Whitney.
Kim.
Okay.
Is another one. Take out that old arms, right?
Kim.
Take the thumb again.
Your thumb. So you said it, the thumb popped up on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
I said, who is Kim? The thumb pop up. Like,
right.
Charlie Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big one. And Isley Brothers.
Isley Brothers.
Yes.
That's a nice solid. All right. Top 5 rappers, dead or alive.
Tupac, always on top. E40 on top. Black C on top. Ice Cube on top. You know, I think who's kind of underrated is like the Wu-Tang Clan and all them folks that, you know, I mean, I know they talk about them big down in New York, but we don't hear much about them over here. But you know, top on me as far as style and lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Woo!
Yes.
Favorite football team and why?
Raiders and you know,
I'm gonna break out in
I happen to have y'all colors on right now. Ain't that something?
Why you over there representing the Raiders and the Raiders? Yeah. What? But yeah, no, that's cool. The Raiders.
He said that's cool.
Yeah, Raiders is pretty solid.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Pretty solid fans, man.
But yeah, it's be the Raiders, and I guess because I'm here, which mean they in Vegas now. But you know,
they can't stay put to say they like.
Yes.
But we'll say, what's your favorite basketball team and why?
Warriors.
Warriors.
You know, they here too, so that's you know, and I was hoping for them to make that happen the other night, but that's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. As long as you still stay faithful, it don't matter.
Hey, I appreciate once again you taking the time out, giving us conversation and content to talk about.
Generation conversation. If you ain't got the patience, you don't.